So, the other month, Furphy's, an Australian beer company, had one of their trucks fall sideways down an alleyway in Sydney. I don't know exactly how it happened, but that's besides the point. To celebrate this fact, they released their Furphy Crisp Lager to free as long as you sign up and do all the other stuff that you did. So I got a free 6-pack, and I wanted to compare it against 44 other beers. International, craft, Australian, it doesn't matter. I wanted to see if it can hold its own weight against the other big dogs in the lager competition. So, we're gonna rank them all together. 45 of the best beers / worst beers that I have had. There's some others, but don't need to talk about them. I do have some that I'm going to be trying, as well as the Furphy Crisp. A craft beer of Moondog Tropical Crisp. You can't see, that's not focused. Moondog Tropical Crisp. Tropical beer. Isbjorn, a Norwegian beer. It's pretty good. I'm just going to spoil that. We have Kirin, Ichiban. I've never tried this, so we'll be intrigued. Salt, a local lager that I haven't had. We have Coors, an American beer. And we have Budweiser, a Czech beer. So that should be... That's 6, that's 7. This little testing table, you'll see that we start with Asahi. Now, Asahi is a Japanese beer. It'll be similar to Kirin, I'm assuming. I'm not the biggest fan of it, but at the same time, it's not the worst. And I rate it pretty much a C. I don't think it's bad, but I don't think it is... I don't think it's D. I don't think it's horrible. I just think it's about average. It's nowhere near God tier. That's reserved for my favorite 3. Now, next we got better beer. I wish I could try it right here. This is made by some TikTokers. The Uninspired Unemployed, I think that's what the name is. The Inspired Unemployed, I don't know. Fuck them. I gotta take a piss. What the fuck? Bro, why are they looking at me now? This thing is about average. It's, again, it's good, but it's not something I would have every single time. Do I prefer it than Asahi? Honestly, no. Bluey, I don't like at all. Not really much to talk about it. It's kind of fucking horrible. The Jamesburgs is gonna surprise you. Average. A lot of beer is just average. Broken Shackles. Now, it is very average, bang on average, but it's slightly different. I don't know, something about it I just prefer compared to something like a better beer. I just think it has a better overall taste and a better experience. Buddha beer, D. It's not horrible. It's not bluey. I'd rather drink it. It's something different. It is what it is, bro. You're getting just a little novelty item in the fact that the beer bottle is actually shaped like a Buddha, which is pretty cool. I don't think it tastes any good. Next we got Budweiser, and I'm just gonna put that in D. It's not the best. I prefer it to the Buddha. Next we got Budva. Now, Budva is actually one that I haven't tried. So, I have it here to try. First of all, this is not a screw cap. This is a crown enclosure. So that means we have to... The Budva, I don't know, has a cool look to it. I will say that. It does look cool and it has a cool name. Anyway, it smells pretty good, but it doesn't smell anything different. It's not like any craft or anything like that. It's just plain. So we'll give it a taste and we'll see where it ranks. Yeah, so that's pretty good. It ain't a C. I reckon it's a B. It has a clean, crisp Pilsner taste that I really do like. Byron Bay, look, it's pretty average. I don't want to go average, but it's not better than the Budva. Asahi beats it, I think, but it's better than the better beer, in my personal opinion. We got Carlton Draft here. Australian beers, man. Australian beers can be really, really good, or they're just fucking average, bro. Cascade. Fuck you. Now we got Crownies. I don't know how many people feel about Crownies. It's an old person's drink, in my opinion. Gertrude and Graham buy a fucking 24-pack of these, and they fucking have a good night. And honestly, I can't disagree. I like it. It's crispy. It just has something to it, bro. There's something to it. Carlton Dry. A classic when it comes to, you go to a pub, what do they have on tap? A Carlton Dry. You gotta get a Carlton Dry. Fuck you. Emu Export, fuck you, bro. Emu sucks. It is just weird. It's like if someone literally took an emu's penis and squeezed it. Got all the piss out. But not fresh piss, dehydrated, old piss that's just left over in the fucking shaft. And just squeezed it out. That's what it fucking is. It's terrible. Next, we got the Furphy Crisp. The reason why I'm doing this whole fucking thing, the fucking truck. Is this just a... Oh. Okay, I can't read. It's a twist-off cap only. So Furphy Crisp. Let's see what that's fucking like. It's pretty... it's an Australian beer, so you know what I'm about to say. It's pretty fucking run-of-the-mill. It's average, bro. It's pretty fucking smooth, I will say that. Do I think it's better than the Crownies? Yes. It goes in the B section. Great Northern Original. Now, this is a B. I like Great Northern Original. It is a watered-down Australian beer, but it is like carbonated. It tastes good. It actually has flavor. Something I can't say about the Super Crisp. It fucking sucks. It is in the same boat as Cullen Dry. It is popular for no fucking reason, and it is sucky. It just sucks. It can be more expensive at times than the original, which tastes way better. Now, some Australians will say, what the fuck are you talking about? This is a good beer. And two, I say, fuck you. You don't know what a good beer is. Drink something better. And with that, go. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a bit more than I enjoyed the Furphy. To be honest, I don't like the Grolsch. I think it's horrible. I think I'd rather the Cullen Dry than it. It's a Pilsner. I don't really fucking like it. Like, I like Pilsners, but I mean, I kind of, anyway, because it's pretty above average, but it ain't like that above average. And I would have it above the Crownies, probably below the Furphy. I probably prefer the Furphy a little bit more. But I think when it comes to American beers, I don't think you can beat the Coors, in my opinion at least. I haven't had all the American beers. Maybe I should go to America and try them all. Now, the Green Coast Lager. Man, I love me some craft lagers apparently, because this shit tastes good. I could sip on this, man. It's like, it's not watered down tasting, but it's just as smooth as something like the Furphy Crisp. Heineken? Fuck you, Heineken. You're above Cascade, you're above the top of the D. Fuck you, Iron Jack. I don't know what Iron Jack did, but it's basically just a worse version of Great Northern Super Crisp. Even Great Northern Super Crisp isn't horrible because it's not a horrible beer. It's just so fucking bland that it's not bad, but I don't want to drink it. But Iron Jack is just more bland. It's on the same tier as Emu and Bluey. It's fucking horrible. Next is the Norwegian beer. Isbjorn is not an A tier, but it's a high B tier. I do like it. I think I prefer it to the Budweiser. Kirin. Now, the Kirin is just fucking average. It's above Corona. It's pretty good, but it's nothing fucking extraordinary. I'm excited to try the Kirin Ichiban though. The longboard. Now, here's where things get a bit buck wild, bro. God tier. There is no beer that I have preferred than the longboard. The longboard is my favorite beer. So when I go to, eventually, I will go to Hawaii, I will go to the brewery, I'll buy all the merch they have, and I'll buy a slab of this shit, I'll buy a slab of whatever else they have, because I love their longboard. In fact, I have 2 in the fridge right there that's not out of date yet, but I will not fucking drink it until it gets close to it, because I want to savor them as long as I can. This is Miller, just classic American Miller. B tier, I like Miller. I think Miller is good. Melon Bitter, it's just a fucking weak VB. D tier. Monsuda, they gave me a shirt, so it's an instant S tier, but not actually, but it is an A tier. For a Japanese beer, this is the best one that I've had so far. And the Moondog Tropical Beer Can, ooh, exciting, a craft beer. I've talked about things being too boring. Now, it's just too fucking weird. Nope, it's an A tier. The Mythos. The next god tier, it goes crazy. I don't know, something about it. You got this pull tab, you pull it off, boom, bang, into it straight away, boom. Great flavors. I forgot to get the salt. So to represent the salt, I'm gonna use the Pure Blonde. The Pure Blonde is the salt, but when it comes to my opinions on Pure Blonde Pure Blonde is just a D. I don't really like it. It's just kind of average. It is like a lower carb beer, and it's supposed to be just a lighter version. I don't really like it. It is a D, but this is going to be the representation of salt. Peroni Red. I feel like I should talk about Peroni Original first, because Peroni Original is just a C. It's pretty fucking good, while Peroni Red is better. It still does not escape the C tier, in my opinion. It's just a fucking better beer. But the Pipe Dreams, however, oh, yes sir. This is an amazing lager. Sol was my favorite Mexican beer. It was a B tier beer, and I would still put it a B tier beer. However, something changed. While lifting a Sol case up, a Sol crown lid got caught on the case, or on the six-pack, lifted up and smashed over the floor. Not only did this cause me to have to clean up this mess for about 20 minutes, because there was just hidden glass every fucking corner I looked, it fucking ruined my image of Sol. A Stella, it's not anything stellar, I will say that. Next is the Salt beer. Now, I've never had this before, so I'm interested in trying it. It's a local one, so it better be fucking good. It's fresh. It's pretty fucking fresh. We got the delivery that day, and then I bought it, so it better be fucking good, bro. It's better than a fucking... Ugh, fucking hell, that was actually not very good. That's a bit disappointing. I'm a bit disappointed by that. I was expecting it to be better, to be honest. The Tui's Extra Dry. What can I say about this beer? It's fucking mid. The Tum Bitter, like 1.2 standard, 1.3 standards or whatever. They're in a small ass can. You just drink them. They're easy to drink. They're pretty fucking bad, but they're easy to drink. Just for the memories, it goes in a lower B tier. I love my ton. VB, fuck you. Fuck you. Now the Wakachangi. I have some people that say otherwise, but it's a god tier. I'm moving these up because these are really good, and I reckon these are better than these. Now the 4X Gold, fuck you. D. We are left with our final beer. The Kirin Ichiban. The design, impeccable. If it's not higher than the original Kirin, I'm gonna be greatly disappointed. It's in the fucking A tier, baby. I'm happy to say that I don't think I need to change anything. This is my final tier list when it comes to lagers. The 45 that I have selected, the 45 that I have drank, that I have tested, 7 of those which I have tried today. That is my final tier list. And whether you accept it or not, that is the truth of beer. That is the absolute truth.